Hello everyone. Today I'll be discussing in this video about my recent project which I have done, which is uh, to test and mock API with REST assured. And in this, we'll be testing a API with the information like vaccination certificate retrieval surface, which includes attributes like certificate ID, full name, vaccination, three vaccinations, vaccine name, Covaxin, Sputnik, dose count, vaccination date, location, and the validation criteria for the API testing would be fetching the API with GET request with path parameter, getting a status code 200 and 404 if it has some invalid ID. Base URI setup for security purposes, header content check, and response time validation. So let's get started. First of all, we need to make one JSON file as I have created already, so there would be much fast pace. So you can see this will be our endpoint with the URL, and these are the objects I have created. This is certificate ID, uh, vaccination one. Name will be Aditya. You can give your name. Vaccination name is there. Dose count is there. Vaccination date and location. So what we have to do is just save this file and you have to give the name any name with .json. So it will create a JSON specific file. Now what you have to do is copy the path of this and we'll go to the command prompt, write the command npx json server and paste the path. Now as you can see, it has created successfully our endpoint, which is this URL. Now, if you want to check this URL that it gives all the data, then go to the browser, paste the URL, and yeah, as you can see, you have here there are all the data which were written in the notepad. Same as it. Vaccination, VACA1, Aditya, Covishield, etc. Okay. The next step would be going to our Eclipse to make the project. See, as you can see, I've made two projects, but I'll showcase one more. First, we have to make a Maven project. Give the name, I'm giving it COVID-19. Copy this, paste on this. Make sure the group ID and the artifact should be same. Yeah. Here we have made the Maven project. Now, to test in rest assured, we should add a rest assured dependency in it. So I'll be giving space, writing dependency. Now we have to go to the Maven repository to get the rest assured API. Highlight rest. Make sure to get the latest version. Now I'll paste here and I'll save this file. Yeah. Here the Maven dependencies are created and you can check here that the rest assured file is added. Now we have to go in our src test Java, create a package. Let the package name be COVID itself. Finish. Now here we can make our class. The class name can be anything. I'm giving again COVID-19. You have to put two dots here and this inherited abstract class. Now, now the next step would be we have to import the rest assured. So import static io dot rest assured. rest assured dot. Yeah, it is successfully imported. Now, following the steps, what is our step? The first step is to get the request with path parameter or the get request and base URI setup with properties. So first, let's set up the base URI. For that, we have to write rest assured short dot. Here it will come base URI option. Click on that. Then we can go. Now we have to copy the URL till 3000 because this is our base URI and that is our endpoint. Certificate is our endpoint. This is done for security purposes, so no other can have it. This is our base URI setup. Base URI setup. Now the second step would be the get request. So we have to write given dot authorization authenticate specification dot basic. Here to write anything like I'm typing again COVID and default path would be I'm giving 19. Then we have to get then for request specification and when you can get anything like get operation. Here we can as we have given our base URI up there. So here we can only add the endpoint like this. And then is for validate response. Then log response logic. Then all. Now let's see it work. Yes. As you can see, I have fetched the API from the server. My JSON file, VACA, Aditya, and all. So this is our GET request. Now we have to add some new values to it. So for adding new values, we use post request. So post request for it. Now what we have to do is copy this one, copy. Then we have to give the body. The body means what new thing do we have to add. So the code is little bit tricky. So what you can do is wait, copy any data like this one. I'm copying this. It will make your work much more easier. Remove this and update it. Like for which I'm giving 23 for Adit. I'm giving Adi, Covishield. I'm giving vaccine. And for the dose count, I'm giving 4. And Delhi, I'm giving Lucknow. Okay. Now, now we have to give the request body and what request do we want. We now want the post request. So this will be a post request and we have to put it inside the URL. So this is a JSON file URL. So we have to copy this endpoint, paste it there. Here, the new data will be posted. Then getting the response. You have to write then dot log dot all, then semicolon. That's done. Let's run this. Yeah, as you can see, successfully done and it is created. 201 is the code, and my data is like ID 8, B1, VSC203, and Covaxin is created. Now, our next step would be for header contention. So, you can copy this path again for easier purpose. And what you have to give is content, content, and you have to give a content, content dot JSON. And you have to import this. Is it important? Yeah, it is important. Now we have to fetch the request. So when dot get again same the endpoint here copy this then again then for validating the response then dot log all. Yes, let's run this again. Yeah, yeah, as you can see it is content length 965. It has given the content length. So now we have to check for invalid and valid status code. So the valid status code is 200 if all things are correct, and invalid will be 404. We'll check in for the board. For that, just copy this again, paste it here. I'm moving, paste it here, then we'll write then status code, and what around how much status code would which would it need. Certify the code. Now then we have to give the log response logic, then all button and semicolon. Let's see if is it running or not. Yeah, it is. It's showing successfully 200. Okay. Yeah. Now we have to check for 400. For 400, likewise, same process, but we have to just change from 200 to 400. And it's check for invalid. So for invalid, what we have to do is how will it check that it is invalid or not? It will check by checking the unavailable values like I'm giving get, and instead of this endpoint I'll be giving certificate. So if it would check, then it will give me 404 not found. If it's successful, let's see. Yeah, see here it is showing not found. Then it is right. Now we have to get perform get request with path parameters. Path parameter suggests that getting a specific value. So it will request Now give this again, copy this, paste it, like paste it, then give right path, here the string parameters. Now give here the ID, specific ID, like ID, or you can fetch it from here, whichever ID do you want. I'm taking this ID, like I've given this ID, and the ID name is I'll be taking 18B1. Wait, 18B1, right? And after that, I'll perform again the get operation. But in this get operation, we'll use with the endpoint the specific ID. Like I've given the endpoint. Now give slash, curly braces open, fetch this ID inside the curly braces, give this, then response validation, logic, then all, and just we'll see. If it is successful run, it will give the specific ID only, not the full JSON. Yeah, here it is, the specific ID. Now we have fetched the path parameter with get request. Now the last thing we have to check is the response time. Response time. Response time suggests how much time is it taking to run on the server. So we'll copy this again, paste it here, then we'll add then response specification. And now to check the response time, we have to not only add this, but also add import another library which is called import static org dot and crest dot matches. Then it will show you less than time. Yep, here it is, less than. So we'll write less than 200, 2000 L. Let me check. Is it giving me wrong? Then I'll be on wrong. Let me check. Let me check. I'll go to the library. Let me say again. Less than 2000 L dot log dot all. We have to change this from long L to big L. And is it showing wrong again? We can check it from here. What is the wrong thing? Absolutely correct. But I'll get copy this again right here. Now I'll run this thing. It will show me, yes, it is successfully running, as you can see. The timeout is 5. It is running right. If I'll change the time from 2200, 2200, it will not work. The response time will be much less. Or it's running fine. That's okay. Yeah. So this will be my project, and hope you like it and hope you get a lot of information from it. Thank you for cooperating with me.